Hello students, today I'll explain the topic molecular orbital theory, which is also called as band theory. So in our previous class already we learned valence bond theory. Okay, so this is the next theory of valence bond theory. So coming to band theory. So this theory was proposed by Sommerfeld and P. Bloch. These two scientists proposed this theory, and this theory explained metallic bonds by taking the electron bands into consideration. So electron bands are explained in this theory. So electron bands are responsible for the formation of metallic bonds. So before going to that electron bands formation, let us see the lithium crystal, which is having body-centered cubic lattice. Already we have seen the body-centered cubic lattice of lithium. So lithium central atom is surrounded by 8 other atoms in BCC. So the coordination number is 8. Okay, already we know lithium atomic number is 3 and its electronic configuration is 1s2 2s1. So if you are taking the valence shell, only valence shell electrons are involved in the bond formation. So we have only one electron. So one electron is not sufficient to form the bonds. So now what will happen? The orbitals present in the valence shell or atomic orbitals combine to form molecular orbitals. So whatever atomic orbitals are combining, those many molecular orbitals will be formed. Here I am giving the example of hydrogen. So hydrogen electronic configuration already you know 1s1. So it has only 1s orbital. So 1s orbital of one hydrogen atom combines with 1s orbital of other hydrogen atom to form H2 molecule. You can see here molecular orbital is formed. How many atomic orbitals are combining? There is the formation of those many molecular orbitals. Okay, among them one is stable, another one is unstable in nature. Okay, so now let us see the molecular orbitals of lithium. Okay, so among these molecular orbitals there is a movement of electrons. After forming the molecular orbitals, there is a delocalization of electrons. Delocalization means complete moving, continuous moving of electrons. That is responsible for the close packing of the structure of the crystal. So because of the movement of the electrons, there is all properties existing for any metallic crystal. So metallic crystal is getting some close packing because of the movement of electrons. That is called as delocalization. Now let us see. Let us see the band formation in lithium. So lithium atoms crystal formation I am taking. Here this formation indicates energy. So energy, increasing energy, already we know 1s will have a lowest energy. So 1s orbital having 2 electrons, 2s will have only 1 electron. So beginning I am taking only one lithium atom, students. So one lithium atom, 1s2 2s1. Can you see configuration? Next I am taking 2 lithium atoms. So 2 lithium atoms means there will be 4 orbitals. Can you see 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 lithium atoms means how many electrons will be there? For 1 lithium atom there will be 3 electrons. 4 lithium atom there will be 6 electrons. So for 1 lithium atom there will be 2 orbitals. For 2 lithium atom there will be 4 orbitals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, these are regarding for 1s. This is for 2s. So for 1s 4 electrons are filled. For 2s whatever 2 electrons will be there, they will be combined here. So I joined 2 electron pair. Here you can see 2s. Okay. Next coming to third case. Third case there will be 3 lithium atoms I am taking. So 3 lithium atoms. So 3 into 2 there will be 6 atomic orbitals and 6 molecular orbitals. So atomic orbital number is equal to molecular orbital number. Okay, 6 6. So electrons will be how many? Electrons here for one atom will have 3. For 3 atoms you will have 9 electrons. Can see here 3, here 6. Okay. Next coming to 4. I am taking 4 lithium atoms. So 4 lithium atoms means how many atomic orbitals will be there? 8 atomic orbitals will be there. Can see here 4, here 4. Okay, 8 atomic orbitals. So these are all 4 atomic orbitals are related to 1s, and so I have 2s consists of 4 electrons. All 4 electrons are paired in nature. So by taking these formulas also you can calculate the number of lithium atoms. So n is equal to number of atoms. So number of atomic orbitals, if you want to multiply with 2 into n, you will get this number. If you want number of molecular orbitals, same formula. Atomic orbitals, molecular orbitals are equal, so I am taking the formula 2n. If you want to calculate the number of electrons, calculate with 3 into n. Okay, for 1 lithium atom, 3n. For 2 lithium atoms, 3 into 2, 6 you'll get. For 3 lithium atoms, 3 into 3, you'll get 9. For 4 lithium atoms, 3 into 4, you'll get 12 electrons. Okay, this is just formation of orbitals now. Now let us see the band formation. So all oneness, as a number of orbitals increasing, as a number of atoms increasing in a particular crystal, there will be adding of number of orbitals. Whenever orbitals are adding, there is a decrease in the energy in the valence orbital. So whenever orbitals energy is decreasing, they're ready to join. The energy difference between the orbitals will be decreased, so they'll be join and form a band formation. That is called band now. So here you can see first, whatever oneness of band is there, the oneness orbitals are combined to form one band. Those oneness orbital band is completely filled. So whatever completely filled electrons are there, they are non-conducting band. They won't conduct any electron, they won't transfer any electrons. They are not responsible for conduction of electricity or anything. So paid electrons are not responsible. So it is called as a non-conducting band. So next coming to second band. So you can see 2s orbital half filled and half is partially filled. So partially filled means unpaired electrons are present. So unpaired electrons are present means these unpaired electrons can transfer to next energy level, that is 2p. Okay, so these unpaired electrons can move to next energy level and they can conduct electricity or they can conduct thermal properties. They can give, you can get electrical properties. So it is called as a conducting band. It is responsible for the conduction. Okay, otherwise we can call this as a valence shell is 2s. That is the reason valence electrons are involved. So we'll call this as a valence band also. So 1s and 2s, their energy difference is more when compared to 2s and 2p, because 2s 2p belong to same shell, second shell, but 1s 2s belong to different shells. So there will be more energy gap, so that these electrons will not jump to 2s. So this energy gap, because of this energy gap, we can call this as a forbidden zone. There is a restriction of electron transfer between these two bands. That is the reason we are calling this as a forbidden zone. Okay, so with this, when the atoms are increasing in a particular crystal, the number of molecular orbitals increases. Those molecular orbitals combine to form different bands. This band is nothing but electron band. So with this electron band, the delocalization, the movement of electrons from one level to another level is taking place. This delocalization is responsible for conduction of electricity or conduction of thermal properties and giving the structure close packing. So these are mainly unpaired electrons are responsible for the formation of metallic bond. Okay, so this is a lithium structure and lithium formation of bonds in lithium. Okay, let us see the band formation in sodium metal crystal. Okay, sodium is having atomic number 11, so it will has 11 electrons. So we can see here 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. This is the electronic configuration of sodium. So after 3s we'll get 3p level. So energy levels of sodium atom is represented with this diagram: 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p. Okay, so next coming to next level, we are seeing this all atoms, single atom is like this. When all atoms are approaching near, there is a combination of orbitals taking place. So 3s, 3p will combine together. So if you observe the sodium atomic diagram, so it will consist of 3 shells, and whenever the number of shells are increasing by increasing the number of atoms in crystal, there is a decrease in the energy gap between the orbitals in the valence shell. So as the number of shells increasing, there is a decrease in the energy gap between the shells. So because of this decrease, there is an easy transfer of electrons and there is a combination of the valence orbitals easily taking place. So valence orbitals, when they are combining, they'll form a band, that is called electron band. So now you can see when the all sodium atoms are approaching, there is a combination like this. So 1s, 2s, 2p common and 3s, 3p. Okay. So whenever they all orbitals overlapped, so this is just they are approaching each other in this diagram, all are overlapped. So when here you can see 3s, 3p are overlapped together. So when they are overlapping, there is a complete transfer of electrons from 3s to 3p. So electrons move easily and the delocalization takes place easily. This is responsible for the conduction. So this is called conduction band. So whatever we are seeing here is a conduction band, and whatever we are seeing here, this is non-conducting band. And whatever gap is there between these shells, that is forbidden zone, forbidden gap. Okay, so this is a diagram of sodium metal crystal. Whenever the number of shells increases, there is a decrease in the energy levels. Because of decreasing in energy gap between the levels, there is an easy transfer of electrons, so there is an easy combination of orbitals. This combination leads to the formation of band, that is called as electron band. This band is responsible for the conduction of electrons. Okay, so for conduction of electricity or conduction of thermal properties is mainly explained on this. Okay, this is till now what we have seen is sodium metal crystal formation. So this is a formation of metal crystal in sodium, and next, basing on this concept in our next class, I'll explain about conductors, insulators and semiconductors. Okay, so this is about molecular orbital theory or band theory.